still unresolved, even after 12 years and renewed deep-sea search efforts.
So crazy, bro. It's eerily, like, that's just so, you know what I'm saying? Alright, moment of silence for the incision. Alright, cool. For them that are joining right now, disturbing mysteries still unsolved to this day. To this day. Visual venture. That one was a scary one, dog. Aircraft disappears with people. Mystery still unsolved for 12 years straight. I'm saying, like, that's I'll pose the question to y'all, right? I'll pose the question to y'all, like, if y'all had maybe a family member, maybe a lover was trying to come see you on that aircraft, feel me? Disappeared for 12 years till this day. Nigga, it's 2026. Where the people at, bro? Okay, there's a wreckage and everything like that. They found the wreckage, but no, as in, like, no. What am I trying to say? I'm so disturbed right now. No, they did find the wreckage and everything, like, but it's like, yo, the reasoning. Wait, did they even find any body? I think they found wreckage. Like, they didn't even. I don't even think they found the bodies.
The crime is clear, the suspect is known, but the ending doesn't make sense. The perfect hijacking.
Perfect hijacking?
Many crimes are often dark or violent, but in November 1971, a man committed a crime that was simply impressive. The story began in an Oregon airport in 1971. A mysterious man paid cash for a one-way flight to Seattle. The name on his passport was Dan Cooper.
He's a Caucasian male. He's got on a dark suit, black tie, carrying a briefcase.
In 1971, security checks were minimal, so he boarded the plane without any issues. The trouble began shortly after takeoff. Cooper handed a note to a flight attendant. It read, "I have a bomb in my briefcase, and I want you to sit by me." The attendant stayed calm and followed his instructions. When she sat beside him...
Wait, they didn't detect that bomb, like, there by the, what do they call that place, bro? Like, I don't air travel, dog. Where they be, you know, scanning your body and scanning your bags, and, like, your bags gotta go through this, like, scanning system. How the fuck they missed that? Or is it one of those homemade bombs that, like, cannot be detected by, you know, any AI or some shit?
He opened the briefcase to prove he wasn't bluffing.
Yeah.
Schaffner described the contents of the briefcase as something that looks like
probably one of those baking soda bombs. Let me see.
8 sticks of dynamite, a battery, and a bunch of wires.
He then gave his demands. He wanted
8 sticks of dynamite, battery, a bunch of wires. 8 sticks of dynamite. Co-pilot, you see that whole system in an airport where, you know, bags are scanned for any, you know, illegal things in it or whatever, things that are not supposed to be traveling with the passenger. When it comes to sticks of dynamite, you know, wires and batteries, is that like that's not going to be flagged as illegal objects to be traveling with?
Yes, absolutely. Airport security screening systems are designed to flag any items that resemble explosives, including sticks of dynamite, wires, and batteries. These items are considered red flags and would be treated as prohibited materials that aren't allowed to travel with passengers.
So why did that man, right, that was like, that told the passenger to come sit by her because she got a bomb, because he got a bomb in his case, how come, you know, those things were not picked up at the airport?
In general, airport security is designed to catch things like bombs, but there have been rare historical cases where items were missed due to human error, outdated technology, or limited
technology, human error, or okay, so it was one of those. Okay, cool. All right, fine.
4 parachutes and $200,000 in $20 bills. That's about $1.7 million in today's money. Cooper wanted the police to deliver the ransom when the plane landed in Seattle. The attendant notified the captain. The captain alerted the ground crew. The FBI was contacted. After discussions, the authorities agreed to cooperate. They gathered the ransom money from a local bank and collected 4 parachutes from a flight school. And it was all done quietly. The other passengers on the flight had no idea they were in danger.
Finally, the plane landed at Seattle-Tacoma Airport at 5:45 p.m. Surrounded by snipers, Cooper had the crew close the window shades.
The ransom and parachutes were handed over. The passengers were released, but Cooper instructed the crew to stay on board. They were his hostages. Then Cooper gave new instructions. He wanted them to fly him to Mexico City. The plane took off again.
Okay, now we just now we just catering to this degenerate that literally is blood hungry, like, or soul hungry, you know what I'm saying, or whatever hungry, like, you know what I'm saying. Now we just doing whatever he wants. We're going to Mexico. Okay, off to Mexico, everybody. Damn.
The FBI prepared to
forget our lives and our journeys in life.
Arrest him in Mexico City, but Cooper never planned to go that far. Somewhere over the dark forests of the Pacific Northwest, he made his move. He strapped the money around his waist.
He lowered the back stairs and jumped out of a speeding 727. Thousands of feet over the Pacific Northwest.
The crew watched as he vanished into the darkness below. The FBI mapped possible landing zones. They searched forests, rivers, and fields, but they found no trace of Cooper, his parachute, or the money. Agents searched the hijacked plane and found a few clues.
They also find Cooper's black clip-on tie and tie clip, some cigarette butts, and 2 of the 4 parachutes.
But the clues weren't useful.
In 1971, we don't have fingerprint databases like we do today. We also don't have DNA at this time.
The advancement or lack thereof, you know, when it comes to technological, like, you know what I'm saying? Oh shit, yeah. When it came to just technological capabilities and shit like this, yeah, we were fucked. It's too old ago.
FBI agents interviewed the crew. Using their descriptions, they created a sketch of the hijacker. In the end, they investigated over 800 suspects, but none of them was the hijacker. Agents were frustrated and the case went cold. Then an 8-year-old child brought the mystery back to life. In 1980, a boy was playing along the Columbia River in Vancouver, Washington. Suddenly, he felt something fluffed up in the sand. The boy dug it and found bundles of cash. His parents took the money to the police. When officers checked the serial numbers, they matched.
Oh, so that man died. Well, he probably didn't die, but he, you know, it's probably, you know, some of the cash that was like ditched. Now he probably got away. That's my guess. What do you think? Look, I think. Look, right? I think he probably got away. Like, he landed. Maybe it was a rough landing or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Maybe life-threatening landing. He probably beat that. He probably got over that. Went to safety, went to land, right? Got on land. This is what I'm guessing. I mean, we still gonna let Visual Venture finish the whole thing off, but obviously it's unsolved. You know, look at the title. Look at that, unsolved till today. So you know what I'm saying? Visual Venture is probably gonna tell us, yeah, and that's where it ended, ladies and gentlemen. We don't know. You know, I mean, we're gonna get into the comments, see like what happened. You know what I'm saying? But here's what I'm thinking. Like, the motherfucker landed, you know what I'm saying? Rough landing, whatever. But then, you know, obviously he wanted to get away, wanted to get to safety as soon as possible, blah, blah, blah. And then obviously some of the cash, like, some of the money dropped off. Like, some of the money, yeah, it got dropped off and got, like, left behind and shit like that. Maybe a big chunk of it, right? But he got away, I feel like. Right? You got your comment locked in? You already pressed send? Like in what you think happened? Okay, let's hear from Visual Venture then.
Matched the money Cooper jumped with. That meant Cooper lost some or all of the cash after landing.
Okay,
Discovery made the case even more popular. People began hoping they might find some of Cooper's money too. As the years passed, new theories emerged.
Perhaps Cooper didn't survive his jump from the plane.
And they had reasons.
After all, the parachute he used couldn't be steered, his clothing and footwear were unsuitable for a rough landing, and he had jumped into a wooded area at night.
Others had more extreme ideas. They believed the government arrested Cooper and hid the truth, but nothing could be confirmed. As the story spread, one reporter made a simple mistake. They misread Dan Cooper as DB Cooper. The wrong name stuck. The world became obsessed with DB Cooper, the hijacker who jumped out of a plane. Soon, other criminals tried to copy him. They would hijack a plane, demand money and parachutes, and then jump out. It rarely ended well. Many were injured, and every single one was caught. Now and then, someone stepped forward claiming to be Cooper.
Donald Sylvester Murphy and William John Lewis were taken into federal custody on charges of extortion for impersonating Cooper and selling his tell-all story to a tabloid.
To this day, no one knows what happened after DB Cooper jumped from that plane.
Yeah, I knew visual.
Up next is one of the strangest medical mysteries in history.
What happened, bro?
The disease that paralyzed millions. In the early 1900s, people around the world began freezing in place. A strange illness was turning people into statues. The victims could hear and see everything around them, but they couldn't move a muscle. Doctors...
What? It paralyzed people most. That's like, you know, paralysis.
Had never seen anything like it. The first wave of patients arrived at hospitals in 1917. At first, the illness didn't seem that bad. People just complained of headaches and extreme tiredness. Soon, the tiredness became overwhelming. Victims fell asleep wherever they were. Families tried shaking them awake, but nothing worked. Many remained in that deep sleep until they passed away. Some eventually woke up. They thought they were healed, but they weren't. The worst stage was about to begin. The majority of survivors faced the disease's final phase. They could no longer move, speak, blink, or react, but they remained fully aware.
While some had trouble understanding that time had passed, others revealed they were mostly aware of every passing day.
Families described it as watching someone turn into a living statue.
Fully aware of what was going on around them and just unable to get their bodies to talk to their brains.
Some remained frozen for months. Others stayed that way for years.
Bro, isn't this the kind of... Bro, hold on, man. Isn't this the kind of, like, things that people who... Like, regular people who are employed complain about? You know what I'm saying? Constant fatigue. Yo, headaches, this and that and the third. Yo, my body's stiff. Yo, damn. And then, like, once you go on your off days or maybe on the weekends, you may sleep the whole weekend. You know what I'm saying? So wait, what's this version of it where people were actually like so plagued by this fatigue that they couldn't get their bodies to, or they couldn't get their brains to communicate with their bodies to snap out of that, to a point where others like died in that state? Man, y'all disturbed yet?
Didn't understand the cause or how it spread, but they knew it was spreading fast.
And these symptoms are mad, like these symptoms are mad regular. It's what I go through, goddammit. Will I be receiving this, that, and the third, a little headache here and there, little, you know what I'm saying? Oh my god. Freezing to death.
Fast. Within months, the disease spread far beyond the first hospitals. Europe, the United States, Central America, and India all reported cases. In 1919, it was a global crisis. To make matters worse, another pandemic was spreading at the same time. Many doctors believed the two were connected.
Some thought that the fact that the epidemic occurred at the same time as the Spanish flu pandemic was too much of a coincidence.
More than 1 million people were infected with the statue disease. Half didn't survive, which is about a 50% fatality rate. Then one day, the problem solved itself.
It infected tons of people and then almost completely disappeared.
No cure or vaccine was created. The illness simply vanished. In 1930, there were barely any new cases, but those already infected stayed frozen for years. One patient who became sick at 11 years old stayed frozen for 70 years. Doctors have studied the illness for decades. Even today, no one knows what caused it or how it spread so fast.